We walked all the way from Seastone, a good deal of the way off the paved roads and paths. We feared that Councillor Van Buren might be watching them. It was an arduous journey, but we were well supplied. Food, water, warm blankets. Esther organised everything. Esther looked after Timmy with such kindness. Ever since Remy's death, he has been quite changed. He was always so adventurous before. After we left Seastone, he spent most of the time tucked away in Esther's coat pocket. Even the slightest sound made him jump. And now, monsters and werewolves, oh, poor fellow. The wool blanket is old and has been darned several times. I'm sure it came from the rubbish heap under Seastone. Still, it'll keep you warm and won't go all kaflooey. We found everything just the way it is. A few stones laid out in a circle on a sandy area, no trees close by. A perfectly built campfire pit. Then again, what does it say about a village when travellers would rather stay outside the village than rent a room there? What's that in the sand there? Looks like a thick-walled stone goblet, just like dwarves use. Those things would be too heavy for me to travel any long distances with, but the dwarves say that the stone goblets are fashioned to remind them of home. I'm afraid the dwarf who carried this goblet out here into the wilderness can't complain about my taking it anymore. This goblet was filled with sand. Maybe I can use it for something sometime. A bit of fur. Could belong to the werewolf. He ran towards the woods and got a bit too close to these thorns. Footprints. I'm no expert, but I'd say that these are Esther's footprints. They lead towards the woods, which would tally with what Gulliver said. Traces of both the werewolf and of Esther, but none of the paladin. It seems the mayor isn't just the mayor, fireman, priest, coachman and blacksmith. Looks like he's also forced into being his own washerwoman. Hopefully the mayor won't have any objection, as long as it helps me banish the evil from the woods. You can always use some string, as I'm sure I've mentioned on more than one occasion. It wouldn't be theft. I really need the string for, stuff. The washing line does, however, seem to be knotted to a hook on the house, which is much too high up for me. I can't reach the knot tying the washing line to the house. Hello?
Oh, yes?
Looks like I'm going to be helping you after all.
How do you mean?
The curse? The woods? It looks like we have a common enemy.
Right, right. I'll give it a go. I mean, I have more confidence in the bounty hunter, but I've reached the point where I'll grasp at any old straw.
Thanks. How motivating. This is a traditional adventurers and heroes shop, right?
Oh, absolutely. It was founded by my grandfather. He used to be very busy round here. Oh, there were giant spiders in the woods. There was an old goblin mine a day trip to the south. In the heyday of hero tourism, we were even thinking of building a sewer system. We sell armour, weapons, elixirs, provisions, ice arrows, antidotes, anything you need. And you can pay with spider legs, goblin ears, things like that.
And what do you do with those?
It's a trade secret. If you want to sell something, you can do it risk-free. I'll look after the object in case you want to buy it back later.
You what?
Oh, yeah. In case you change your mind later. Then you can buy back the same object for the same price. It's called the market economy.
This evil heart of the wood, what exactly is it? And where can I find it?
It's a clearing in the centre of the woods. There's an old dead tree standing in the middle of it. You'll recognise it when you see it.
But how am I going to find the clearing? The woods are pretty big.
And confusing. The heart of the wood doesn't want to be found. Yes, whatever it is that's sending these creatures after us, it lives in that clearing. Oh, I'm quite sure of that.
Do you think that it might be the ghost of the Sorcerer Van Buren?
Perhaps. The elders did warn us. They said you should never mess with the sorcerer. They were scared and whispered of dreadful dangers. Oh, if only we'd listened to them. Oh, yeah.
Couldn't your device help me find the heart of the wood? Doesn't it detect ghosts and stuff?
Ah, I see. You're saying that nothing around here radiates more psychokinetic energy than the heart of the wood. You might be right. You should get yourself a PKE.
I was hoping you could give me yours.
My detector? Never! It's my PKE. It's never let me down.
But if you give it to me, I could find the heart of the wood and lift the curse.
Or you might be killed and lose it in the woods. It takes weeks to deliver such a masterpiece of occult technology.
That's exactly why I can't hang around here waiting for another device. I need yours.
Forget it. The PKE reliably shows when anything supernatural is creeping about. And I have to know that.
I need something I can use to defend myself against a werewolf. Do you have anything like that?
Oh, we've never been attacked by a werewolf before, so we haven't got any special anti-werewolf weapons or the like. But as far as I know, any normal weapon made out of silver should do the job. What's your skill? Sword and shield? Twin daggers? Gun lance?
You mean you can fight with 2 daggers at the same time without mutilating yourself?
Oh, so you're a long-distance fighter. Oh. Bow, crossbow or slingshot? As amusing as it would be to use a slingshot against a werewolf, I'd pass on that. Bow or crossbow would be better. I've got a lovely composite bow +2 in stock, but it requires dexterity 15.
I think I might be able to handle something like that crossbow.
Yes, a light crossbow is easy to use and packs a real kick. Oh, any old fool can hit something with that.
A light crossbow like that? How much does it cost?
3 gold, 7 silver and 2 copper coins. Or I'll give you a quest.
Ooh, what's the quest?
Bring me 10 wolf skins.
You just made that up on the spot, didn't you?
No, it's very important.
Sounds like a pretty generic task without any real purpose to me.
You bring me 10 wolf skins and get a crossbow as a reward. What's the problem? I haven't got any silver bolts, though.
My friends up there by the campfire, could I maybe bring them here? It could be safer for them.
Of course. Not only for them. The monsters from the woods might snatch one of them instead of me.
Right. Okay. I'll let Gulliver know then.
Gulliver? Isn't that the one who was beheaded?
Not beheaded. He just lost his head. Zombies don't mind that kind of thing.
I'm not having zombies in the house.
Why not? He's lovely.
I don't want anything to do with their kind. Alive or dead, they should make up their minds. We want decent folk here in the village, not ones cobbled together out of parts of decent folk.
See you again sometime.
I hope so. Really do.
The moment I saw the spooky woods, I just knew I'd end up going in there sooner or later. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure Timmy and Esther will be even more afraid. Whew. So far, so good. The mayor said that the woods confuse the senses. I have to memorize the way back to the village. And I should try to stay quiet. There's a werewolf, a knight, and perhaps even a headless horseman running around out here. An axe! The wooden handle is all weathered and the iron head covered with a fine coat of rust. Must have been wedged in this tree a long time. Months, perhaps even years. The blade is still shiny and looks reasonably sharp. The tree has kept it from rusting. That's Timmy's scarf! It's torn! I don't know if I like luminous moss. It gives off a bit of light. That's good, but it looks a bit spooky. There's something in the undergrowth here. Something big. I can't see what it is. It could be Esther. But it could just as easily be a werewolf or some other monster of the woods. I can't just stand in front of a bush and push the branches apart. What if there's a werewolf in there ready to attack? Right then, I'll get ready for battle and...
Hello? Anyone there? Oh, hello, little man.
May I ask what you're doing here? You don't exactly look like a mushroom picker.
Phew, glad to hear it. I'm on my way to my fiancé's. He lives here in the dark woods in a magnificent castle. At least that's what he wrote. The thunderstorm took me by surprise, and then suddenly this wrinkly old woman was standing there in the middle of the path. She pointed a bony finger at me and gave me a toothless grin. I was distracted, and my horse threw me and vanished into the woods with all my things.
That sounds terrible.
It is. I'm meeting my fiancé, and I don't have a thing to wear.
The old woman on the path. Sounds like she could have been a witch.
Yeah, right. She was so old and shriveled and ugly. I've never been so scared in all my life.
Another enemy to deal with.
Enemy? Are you wood pixies battling these creatures?
Ahem, excuse me, I'm a gnome, not a pixie, and I come from the mountains.
I would be very grateful never to see that face again. Hey, if you're a wood pixie and just pixieing around, then could you find the clothes I lost? I'll pay you.
We'll see. I'm Wilbur. Have you by any chance seen a female zombie, a rat, a knight, a werewolf, or a headless horseman anywhere in the woods?
Oh, Lord. No, definitely not. Or more like, happily not.
Do you know the way to the castle? Could you maybe take me with you?
I don't know the way. Vladdy wrote me saying I should find a guide in the village. The way through the mountains is very dangerous.
Vladdy, your fiancé?
The Count.
So, what's he like?
Oh, he's a darling. Very rich and very old. I can't wait to meet him in person.
So, you're engaged to him, but you've never met him?
Why hesitate and risk someone else snapping him away from me?
It's too dangerous here in the woods. Come on, I'll take you to the village.
Uh-huh. Which way?
This way. Or, wait a minute. No. This way. Or, bloody hell, just follow me.
As I already said to your young friend, I won't set foot outside as long as the headless horseman is running around out here.
Then just send word to the castle asking Vladdy to pick me up from here.
Oh, I wouldn't know how. I'm afraid you'll have to wait until the bounty hunter comes back with good news. Be my guest. Make yourself at home. Oh, thank you for bringing her here. I mean, really. Thank you. Nudge, nudge, right? Oh.
You're welcome. Hello.
Well, looky here if it isn't my knight in shining armor and accomplished guide.
It didn't take us that long to get out of the woods.
You should try it in high heels.
Oh, don't take it personally. The mayor didn't want to take me up to the castle either.
Yeah, but you're you, and I'm, well, just look.
Why would he want to take you up to the castle more than me? I asked him very politely.
We're wasting our time. All that guy thinks about is the headless horseman, and that he could be the last villager to be kidnapped or something like that. Some of us here have real problems to deal with.
You don't have any silver, do you? Then I could use it to make a silver crossbow bolt to protect myself against the werewolf.
Of what interest is a werewolf in the woods to me? I want to go to the castle. That's in the other direction.
Yes, but once a werewolf is out of the way, I can take care of the headless horseman. And once he's out of the way, the mayor will take us to the castle.
That's a bit complicated. I'd rather stage a clothing malfunction and convince the idiot to do anything for me that way. But that's risky. I wrote Vladdy that I was a virtuous virgin.
Do you have any silver or not?
Of course I do. I have my silver jewelry. But I'm not wasting it on your shenanigans.
I think there might be a way to let the Count know that you're here.
Oh, really?
All I need is a little silver.
For what?
I'm going to send him light signals. Morse code, you know? If I had a really, really good mirror, then the moonlight would be enough for that. And as everyone knows, nothing reflects moonlight better than silver.
Of course. You're always hearing people say the silver moon and stuff like that.
That's right. I would melt the silver and vapor deposit it onto a piece of glass.
Smart boy. So how much silver do you need?
About the same amount as a silver crossbow bolt.
Well, if everything goes to plan, then I'll soon have coffers full of the stuff. Let me know when you're ready. It's important.
As luck would have it, I just saw some armor for female fighters.
Yeah, I saw that too. Do you think Vladdy would like it?
No idea. It wouldn't stop a hail of arrows, I'll tell you that.
Hail of arrows? That thing isn't intended for battle.
You got that right. One broad axe to the leg and it'd be game over.
A lady don't go near arrows or axes. She has others fight for her. And this kind of armor would help it along a ways.
But what if a young lady really does want to fight? Doesn't she deserve a proper set of armor?
Looking good and knowing what you want. It's the only way to get ahead in life.
That wolf skin you have there, could you give it to me?
What? Get your own.
But I need it. No, actually, I need 10.
But what about me? I'm supposed to freeze just 'cause you need a fur?
If you're cold, I'd be happy to give you this nice warm wool blanket.
Thank you, but this fur is just fine.
Yes, but... Don't you think that fur looks a little, strange?
What do you mean?
Well, it's just... I don't know. It's not that chic.
But furs is so fluffy and warm, and I really don't care what those crazy animal protection people say.
Oh, it's not that. It's fashion. In Seastone, the ladies there use wool blankets. Lovely.
Are you kidding? Oh, I just remembered. Vladdy in one of his letters once described wolves as his children of the night.
Well, in that case, you really don't want to be caught with a wolf's skin, do you? And it just so happens I have a really beautiful wool blanket on offer today.
Much better.
Nah, I better let her stew. Hello?
Oh, yes?
Look! A wolf skin.
You still need 9 more.
You didn't even look at it.
It was a wolf skin. You're missing 9.
Do you really need 9 more skins? I mean, you weren't even interested in the first one.
The quest is 10 wolf skins for a light crossbow. 1 skin has been handed over. 9 are still needed. If it'll make it more fun for you, I can think of a story about why I need them.
You don't happen to sell wolf skins, do you?
Oh, sure, yes. 1 wolf skin for 3 harpy feathers.
Ah, forget it. See you again, son.
I hope so.
That's... Oh no. What is that?
Who would have thought you can trap gnomes with scraps of bloody cloth?
A werewolf trap! Impressive!
Thanks.
You're a gnome too, aren't you?
You're a sharp one.
I found my friend's scarf. Not too many other traces though. How about you?
Some werewolf tracks, and footprints made by a heavy person coming from the direction of the cliffs.
Those must be Esther's tracks.
They disappeared in the undergrowth. No traces of a knight, a headless horseman, or any other horrors.
Perhaps they're ghosts?
Exactly what I thought. Some kind of apparition. Someone is conjuring up all these ghostly figures to try and scare us.
Then we mustn't be scared.
I'm not scared of anything. Well, maybe spiders. I can't stand them. How they sit there waiting and then suddenly run off and far too many legs.
Wow! Bounty hunter! That's just so cool. Most of us gnomes tend to be nerdy and avoid the big wide world.
You're here too? And you're some kind of mage?
Well, not a proper one. I'm trying to help my friends. No magic involved. What about you? Did the call of adventure lure you?
Gold.
Oh,
Not my dream job, hanging around in shady inns and taking on missions from greasy characters. As soon as I've gathered enough gold together, I'm going back to the caves, and will hopefully forget most of what I've experienced.
clever trap. It got me, that's for sure.
But you're not a werewolf. Razor-sharp senses, and teeth and claws to match. The cage won't keep him for long, and fighting the beast won't be much fun.
Maybe it would be better if we carried on together. Then we can protect one another. You know what I mean?
You shouldn't even be here. Go back to the village and wait there for 3 days. If I'm not back by then, leave the dark woods and don't look back.
No way! I'm not leaving here without Timmy and Esther.
Then at least scream loudly when the werewolf gets you, so I know where to look.
I think that could be arranged. Yeah, enough talk. We have to find my friends.
I have to track down a headless horseman, and I'll kill the werewolf. I haven't crossed that off my list yet. If I stumble across your friend in the process, fine. If not, so be it.
Wilbur!
What?
My name! Wilbur Weathervane. And I'm worried about Timmy and Esther. I want them back undamaged.
I'll see what I can do.
The woods are already spooky enough where I am, but over there it gets even more spine-chilling. I bet that the evil heart of the woods is somewhere over in that direction. If the monsters caught Timmy and Esther, then that's probably where they would have been taken. Get on with it, Wilbur. Yes, at least the werewolf seems to be there. That's good. Right. The werewolf is somewhere there in the deep woods, and where the werewolf is, that's likely where my friends are too. So, let's get a move on. Oh boy. I want to help those two, but there's a werewolf there and I'm unarmed. It'd be pointless letting myself be ripped to shreds. That's not going to help anyone. Well, except maybe the werewolf. I need a weapon so I can defend myself against it. The goblet is almost full to the brim with silver jewellery. Didn't look much to begin with. If you can't undo a knot, then you can at least cut it. That's it! The only thing more useful than a bit of string and a long stick is a long stick with a bit of string attached. Fishing rods offer the best of both worlds, and one can do practically anything with them. Like, well, fishing, for example. Shop has been nailed up. I'm sure that a few little wooden planks like that wouldn't stop a headless horseman or a werewolf. This might prove useful. I can't see anything. The wolf skin is lying right in front of the hole. Got it! Hello?
Oh, yes?
I've got another wolf skin for you. Different one.
Oh, fantastic! You just need 8 more.
But of course. Back in a minute.
That makes 10. So, did you gain experience while completing the quest?
Yeah, no one likes a generic collect quest.
It kills time. Isn't that the point?
Not really.
Here's your crossbow.
Ah, very nice. Now I finally got everything I need to go deeper into the woods. Wish me luck.
Oh, I do. And you'll need it.